DaGod made headlines for allegedly killing her ex and making a whole project about smoking them. Clout can get you killed though, and that's allegedly what happened when DaGod was shot and killed in broad daylight by another rapper. It's a wild story, and today, we're breaking the whole situation down. DaGod was on the come up in the rap game, but then out of nowhere, news broke that someone ran up on her in broad daylight and killed her in front of a bunch of fans at a meet and greet in Oakland. In July 2024, DaGod was performing at the grand opening of a beauty supply shop in Oakland. She was known for supporting black-owned businesses in the area, and the owner of the shop linked up with DaGod to support the event. DaGod was supposed to perform at the shop and have a meet and greet with her fans afterwards, and that's when everything went left. DaGod had been posting about the event all over social media, and she even put up a video from inside the beauty supply shop on the day it opened. But nobody knew that just a couple hours later, DaGod was gonna die in the same spot. After DaGod performed and chopped it up with some fans, she was chilling inside the beauty shop and a dude in a hoodie walked in behind her. According to reports, she got into some kind of argument with him, and that's when he upped the strap and started letting off shots. There were still people all over the parking lot in front of the shop where DaGod performed. When the shots started going off, they all ran for cover and someone heard DaGod screaming, "I'm hit, I'm hit." Paramedics rolled up to the scene and rushed DaGod to the hospital, but she was tragically pronounced dead just a couple hours later. After the news broke, a lot of different stories started flying about what really went down. An employee at a Korean barbecue restaurant near the beauty shop said that the dude who killed DaGod just walked through that gate and started shooting. But other people say that DaGod got into an argument with the shooter before he killed her. According to the restaurant employee, the shooter was only aiming at DaGod and nobody else.
He was targeting her only. I saw it, like he wasn't like shooting at like everybody. He was just shooting at her.
But one other person ended up getting shot and survived. At first, nobody knew why DaGod got killed, but then the cops booked another Oakland rapper named BNC Fernero for the murder. It's still not clear why he wanted to take DaGod out, but BNC Fernero was already a convicted felon who was allegedly involved with another shooting in Oakland. Back in June 2023, BNC Fernero allegedly pulled up to a gas station on 66th Avenue and San Leandro Street with his homie Sir Cameron Young and a woman named Antisa Collins. According to the cops, BNC Fernero and Cameron Young got out of their whip and ran up on another car that was parked at the gas station. Demaria Jones and Edric Patterson were the dudes in the other car, and BNC Fernero and Cameron Young started shooting at them before they could do anything. Patterson tried to run off on foot, but BNC Fernero allegedly shot him down before he could get to cover. BNC Fernero and Cameron Young got back in their whip with Antisa Collins and started driving off, but then Demaria Jones busted back at them and killed Antisa Collins. BNC Fernero wasn't officially charged for the murder, but he got picked up on another gun charge a few weeks later. BNC Fernero also got hit with the charge because he had already been convicted of pimping a girl who was 16 or younger, but he never registered as a sex offender. Right after DaGod was killed, rumors started flying about why it happened, and that's when fans and bloggers started connecting it to a project she dropped back in 2023. DaGod had been rapping for a long time, but in 2023 she went viral for dropping a project called Ex Woodpack. Nobody knows what really went down, but DaGod made it sound like she killed her ex-boyfriend and was smoking him. DaGod went on Kid L's podcast and talks about the situation. She didn't really say that she killed her ex, but DaGod told Kid L.
And they was just dude popping up and threatening the whole family and you know, and you know where people live. And I think about it, I'm like, you know where my loved ones live?
During the interview, DaGod made it sound like her ex was abusing her and sending death threats to her family, and that's why she allegedly took him out. Kid L asked DaGod how she was free and if the cops were doing anything about it.
How are you not afraid of like police or did they like side with you on it? Or, like how did you evade like any type of like consequence basically?
And DaGod told him,
"We gonna find that out on September 23rd.
After the interview dropped, everyone was trying to figure out what was really going down with the situation. Some people thought DaGod was just talking crazy for a publicity stunt, but then rumors started going around that she really killed a dude and had even been in witness protection ever since. About a month after she did the interview with Kid L, DaGod went off the porch and said that she beat the case.
Just had a court date and whatnot. Like, shit was kind of cool. They said I beat the case.
Oh, for real?
Walked in with a briefcase. It was a briefcase. You feel me? Like,
DaGod said she had an online court appointment and that if she didn't beat it, she was gonna do the race like TK. People still weren't sure if she was clowning or not, but then DaGod put more fuel on the fire when she brought a tombstone to her off the porch interview that said, "R.I.P. Here lies my ex." DaGod said she made the tombstone to be extra childish and make her dead ex's family mad.
so I got this to be extra fucking childish. making families mad.
Talking about killing her ex like that was getting her a lot of attention, and DaGod made a whole short film about it and opened it up with a clip of DJ Academics reacting to the cover art of her X Wood project.
What the fuck? This ain't the album cover, right? X Woodpack? Oh, hell no. Nah, no way.
The cover has a dude sitting in a chair with DaGod behind him, and she told Off the Porch that it was a real photo of her dead ex.
And that was a real perk. That was really my ex. He placed my ex, you feel me, in the picture.
After she died, rumors were flying that DaGod was killed by her ex's family because she was dissing them like that. But it turns out the situation might be totally different. Some bloggers started spreading the story that DaGod's real name was Lalique Westbrook and said that she killed her boyfriend, Taiwan Moore, back in 2019. Westbrook and Moore started dating when Westbrook was only 17. Moore picked her up from a shelter for abuse victims, and then Moore started abusing Westbrook too. According to reports, Moore held Westbrook hostage and was putting hands on her. Then one day, Moore told Westbrook that if she left him, that he was going to kill her and her whole family. And that's when Westbrook shot him twice and killed him. Bloggers started spreading the story that Lalique Westbrook was DaGod, but that was all cap. DaGod's real name was Aliana Green, and even Taiwan Moore's sister hopped on social media to squash the rumors that DaGod killed him. Adam22 also said on No Jumper that the stories coming out about DaGod weren't true. No Jumper had posted about the situation, but people started hitting him up and saying there was more to the story and that everything the blogs were saying weren't true, so he took it back and made an apology. According to DaGod's family, she never actually killed anybody, and the whole story about her killing her ex was made up for publicity, and she allegedly admitted it to a comedian from Oakland named Frisco Philly B. DaGod allegedly hit up Frisco Philly B to help her promote her X Woodpack project, but he turned her down at first because he didn't want to be involved with a real murder case like that. So DaGod allegedly admitted that the whole thing was made up for publicity. DaGod's brother also went on live and said that it was all a play to help her music career. According to him,
she paid over $20,000 to Academics. Facts, bro, to get that fucking promo by him. Yo, what are you talking about? Them interviews that you saw her doing and all that shit that you seen her on the porch. Bro, pay for that shit, brother. You know anything about the industry, bro? You gotta pay to play, bro. Ain't nothing in this shit free. I don't give a fuck who you is, fam. Ain't nobody doing no interviews for free, fam.
But it was all just a publicity stunt, and she didn't actually kill her ex. DaGod's sister, Nyla Lamise, also called cap on her story about DaGod killing her ex. Nyla said that DaGod got caught up in some street politics and claimed that DaGod wasn't even the target. People who saw the shooting go down claimed that the shooter was trying to kill DaGod, but it's not clear what actually happened. Even if DaGod really did kill her ex, it doesn't look like her murder had anything to do with that situation. BNC Finero allegedly killed her, and he's a real street dude who allegedly had a murder case on his name, and it's not like he was just some angry family member of DaGod's ex. What makes the situation even more tragic is that DaGod was finally getting some motion in the rap game. She used to go by the name Lil Tan and started posting music on YouTube back in 2018. But in 2020, she really started taking rap seriously and was always on the grind. DaGod came up in Oakland and started rapping when she was a kid. Her family moved around a lot though, and she told Kid L that she used to get in fights with people who didn't respect Oakland and the rappers who came from the city. DaGod's catchphrase was that she was gonna make it without getting naked. She didn't want to chase trends and use sex to sell records, and she said that it definitely held her back in the industry. So instead of working with big labels and other rappers, DaGod bought her own equipment and made 2 different studios to work in. DaGod had a place in Massachusetts and Missouri, but she still showed love to Oakland and stayed out there a lot too. Her friends and family said DaGod was always trying to give back to the community, even though she wasn't a star in the rap game yet. All the drama about her killing her ex definitely put a lot of eyes on DaGod. She had been grinding for years and never really popped off, so X Woodpack going viral was huge for her. She had been working normal jobs, trying to get her name buzzing in the industry, and it looked like DaGod was finally about to make it. But then she tragically got killed in her own hometown. There's also a rumor going around that another Oakland rapper named Mr. Fab is connected to the situation somehow. Mr. Fab is a legend in the Bay Area and has been in the rap game since the 90s. He's worked with superstars like Snoop Dogg and Chris Brown, and Mr. Fab was trying to help DaGod pop off too. Mr. Fab was tight with DaGod and was supposed to be at the beauty supply shop when she performed, but he never showed up. After DaGod died, Mr. Fab posted about her on Instagram and said she had a heart as big as Texas. And he said that he was going to be at the grand opening event, but God had different plans. Mr. Fab's uncle, Unc the Hunk, was a close friend of DaGod and even worked with her on the video for her song, Mac and Needs. He said that Tan was full of life and energy and she was really passionate about her career. She had moved out of Oakland and was running an Airbnb in Florida. According to Unc, she was only in town for a visit and he was also supposed to meet up with her at the beauty shop. Now he regrets not going because if he had been there, he might have been able to stop it. Some people were trying to connect Mr. Fab to the shooting and said that it was weird how he didn't show up, but it doesn't look like there's any evidence to back the rumors up. DaGod's sister said she got caught up and killed over street politics, and it seems like that's probably what happened. A lot of people were spreading rumors about it being over her ex, but right now it looks like all of that is cap, and DaGod just got wrapped up in a bad situation and tragically didn't make it out alive.